Some really weird things are starting to happen up in the heavens. Michael Schneider reports, we are so vulnerable, and as we will see during the years ahead, life on this planet is so incredibly fragile. Should we be alarmed that so much strangeness is happening in the skies above us right now? All throughout human history, people have considered great events that happen in the heavens to be extremely significant, and Jesus specifically warned us that there would be signs in the sun, in the moon, and the stars during the times just before his return. That does not mean that anything that we are witnessing right now has any sort of special meaning. Ultimately, it could be just a coincidence, so that many weird things are starting to happen. But to me, it does seem quite odd that so much strangeness is taking place all at once. Let me give you an example. On November 8th, we will witness a total lunar eclipse on Election Day for the first time in the entire history of the United States. For the first time in U.S. history, a total lunar eclipse will take place on Election Day, beginning and ending before the polling stations open. The next time a total lunar eclipse will happen on Election Day will be in 372 years on Tuesday, November 8, 2394. The eclipse will begin at 5:16 EST and ends at 6:41 a.m. for a total duration of about 85 minutes. In addition, we're being told that this total lunar eclipse will be a blood moon. A lunar eclipse takes place when the Earth is between the Sun and the moon passes through the Earth's shadow. In this case, the Earth's shadow will block out 97% of the moon's surface. This eclipse will be a blood moon, the result of atmospheric conditions that give the moon a reddish tint rather than black when it moves into the shadow. The red color comes from the sum of the sunlight passing through Earth's atmosphere, where it gets bent in colors like blue and green are filtered out, leaving behind longer wavelengths like the red color. Blood moons are often associated with war, but that does not mean that a major war is about to erupt. However, it is also interesting to note that a planet that was named after Rome's pagan god of war is also making news. According to Forbes, the planet Mars will soon appear to go backwards. The fourth planet, Mars, will soon shine brighter than the night sky's brightest star, Sirius, but during its entire opposition period, it will be doing something that's hard to grasp. It will appear to be going backwards. As of today, Mars will reverse its apparent west to east movement in the night sky and begin moving from east to west again against the background stars. This is referred to as retrograde motion, but Mars will not actually be changing direction. The truth is that it will only appear to be moving backwards because of our point of view. Mars in retrograde is only about perspective. Earth orbits the Sun closer than Mars. Earth is moving faster around the Sun, taking 364 and a bit days to Mars, 687 days. So from our point of view, as we come around the Sun, Mars is ahead of us in the sky, said Dr. Simon Morden, planetary geologist and author of a new book, The Red Planet, A Natural History of Mars. Find a review here in the link. And as we want to catch up and go past it, it looks like it's starting to go backwards. Meanwhile, a face on the Sun has been making headlines all over the globe. It turns out that anyone who drew a smiley face sun as a kid has been scientifically proven somewhat right. Last week, NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory captured an image of the biggest object in our solar system, looking like the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, the babyface Teletubbies, or Jack-o'-lantern if you are into Halloween spirit. Of course, the coronal holes that are causing the Sun to look like it has a face can actually be quite dangerous. In fact, a physics professor at the University of California, San Diego, named Brian Keating, has explained that these coronal holes could potentially cause severe disruptions to the atmosphere on Earth. The coronal holes are not just interesting shapes moving around the sun's surface, they're areas of high magnetic field activity, steadily sending solar wind or a flow of protons, electrons, and other particles into the universe. More so than a smiley face, its eyes are like gleaming laser beams, sending particles that can cause severe disruptions to the atmosphere on Earth, Keating said. When the particles which carry electric charge hit the planet in small doses, colorful auroras might follow, bringing brilliant displays caused by the atmosphere's gases interacting with the sun's burnt-up shoots of energy. The problems come if a tremendous number of teeny tiny particles hit Earth, Keating said. Instead of being sucked into Earth's magnetic field, they could get picked up by radio antenna and disrupt radio, television, and other communication channels. A severe solar storm could even damage electrical grids and cause power outages, Keating said. My hope is that it would not happen anytime soon, but scientists assure that it's only a matter of time before a massive solar tsunami makes a direct hit on our planet. And once that happens, electrical grids all over the world could get absolutely fried. Lastly, I want to mention a planet-like killer asteroid that researchers have just discovered. Astronomers say they've discovered the largest planet killer-size asteroid in 8 years, and that the huge space rock will cross Earth's orbit. The asteroid named 2022 AP7 was reported by researchers looking for space rocks within the orbits of Earth and Venus. Writing in the Astronomical Journal, lead study author Scott Shepard and colleagues at Carnegie Institute for Science in Washington say they have found 3 rather large asteroids, one of which, 2022 AP7, crosses the Earth's orbit, making it a potentially hazardous asteroid, PHA. The good news is that this particular planet killer is not going to hit us anytime soon, but this should be a reminder to all of us that there are plenty of planet killers that our scientists don't even know about yet. One day a planet killer will hit our Earth, and at that moment everything will change. Despite all of our advanced technology, we remain exceedingly vulnerable. We live on an increasingly unstable giant space rock that is hurtling through our solar system at speeds that is almost unimaginable. Unfortunately, our neighborhood is filled with lots of other space rocks, and the number of these near misses has been on the rise in recent years. On top of everything else, the increasingly unstable star that all life on this planet depends on for heat and light has been behaving in very strange, unusual ways. We're so vulnerable, and as we will see during the years ahead, life on the planet is so incredibly fragile. It's finally here. Michael's new book entitled 7-Year Apocalypse is now available in paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. About the author, my name is Michael Snyder. My brand new book, he says, entitled 7-Year Apocalypse is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I have written 5 others that are available on Amazon. Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, Get Prepared Now, and Living a Life That Really Happens, that it really matters. By purchasing the books, you help to support the work that my wife and I are doing, and by giving it to others, you help to multiply the impact that we're having on people all over the globe. I've published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, Enter the American Dream, and the Most Important News. And the articles that I published on these sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely, happily allow others to republish my articles on their websites, but I also ask that they include about this about the author section in each article. The material contained on this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is a great help. During these very challenging times, people will need hope more than ever before, and it's our goal to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with as many people as we possibly can. This is on Collective Spark by Michael Schneider, Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.